Kia ora team, hope everybody's having a good day. So I have a couple of articles here, I will leave in the description. You read them, come to your own conclusions as usual, but one has quotes from Joseph Parker discussing why he thought he beat Andy Ruiz and Anthony Joshua didn't, and the other article is from Andy Ruiz talking about how he would like to rematch Joseph Parker to avenge his loss after his fight with Anthony Joshua. So, some interesting comments from Parker. He talks about why he didn't get starched like Anthony Joshua did. He fought a lot more cautiously. He rolled with a lot of the shots. He could see them coming. He wasn't always on the front foot like Joshua was when he got tagged. A whole lot of different stuff in that article, so you can go and have a read of it and make what you will of it. But my observations, I've just before making this video gone and rewatched the Parker Ruiz fight and the Parker Joshua fight, and I don't need to rewatch the Andy Ruiz versus Anthony Joshua fight because I've watched that like 50 times over the last couple of weeks, so got a good idea of everything there. But the fight against Andy Ruiz did make some observations. Parker was never on the front foot for more than 2 or 3 punches for the whole fight. He was in, throw a couple of punches, and then back onto the back foot and establish his distance with a bit of a jab or with his footwork. This is kind of what Joshua did prior to knocking Andy Ruiz down. He was using a bit of a jab, but he wasn't putting enough on the jab, for my opinion. I thought he could have got a lot more respect from Ruiz if he had stepped into his jab, but then again, he doesn't have as quicker hands to be able to follow up to deter Ruiz from throwing. So it is what it is. Also, with the fight between Andy Ruiz and Anthony Joshua, once Joshua had Ruiz hurt, he kind of threw caution to the wind, and my thoughts is he wanted to make a statement, having seen Deontay Wilder starch Dominic Breazeale 1 week beforehand. Now, the fight between Joseph Parker and Anthony Joshua, as we all know, was a little bit of a stinker, right? Both fighters were very cautious. The referee wasn't helping, shutting the fighters down as soon as they got in close quarters, didn't let them work inside at all. I never have said that Joseph Parker lost because of the referee. What I have always said is the referee took away Joseph Parker's best chance of doing well in that fight. Not to say Anthony Joshua can't fight on the inside either, but in my opinion, I think if Anthony Joshua had have fought always on the front foot like he did after he knocked Andy Ruiz down in their fight, we may have got the same result. We may have had Joseph Parker beat Anthony Joshua, possibly stop Anthony Joshua. Much quicker hands in close quarters. Most of the time the guy with the quicker hands is going to come off as the winner. And we know that Anthony Joshua hasn't got the best chin. I'm not saying he's got a glass jaw or anything like that. He can take a shot. But when he gets hurt, his recovery skills and survival skills aren't exactly the best. And that was really exposed by Andy Ruiz with his quick punching. So, I think if Anthony Joshua had have got into exchanges in close quarters with Joseph Parker, it's very likely that he would have got tagged, got hurt, and Joseph Parker has quick hands, so he can finish him off. We've seen it in the past. Joseph Parker, when he does get somebody hurt, he finishes well. So those are my thoughts on those situations. I'm not too sure how the rematch between Joshua and Ruiz is going to go. I think Joshua definitely has the potential to be able to beat Ruiz if he fights smart. If he goes jumping in on the front foot and getting into exchanges with Andrew Ruiz again, he's going to get knocked the fuck out again. But if he keeps the fight long, boxes smart, gets 1, 2 or 3 punch combination off, and then gets out quick smart, he could beat Andy Ruiz. I don't know if he could stop Andy Ruiz. It's possible though. It is the heavyweight division. One clean punch can change the direction of a fight, just like that. But time will tell. That rematch is due in November or December this year, apparently. So we'll see what happens there. But the second article here, Andy Ruiz has expressed his desire to right the wrong, or what he thinks was the wrong. He wants to fight Joseph Parker again. Now this is a fight that I've been wanting for quite some time. In fact, I even hit Joseph Parker up in person when I interviewed him. Is Andy Ruiz rematch on the cards at some stage? So take a listen.
I'll fight anyone.
Is a Ruiz rematch possibly on the cards?
Yeah, listen, we're, like I said, open to any fighter that wants to fight. You know, he's a good fighter. I respect him a lot, and he punches very hard, harder than any other fighter I've been in the ring with. And so I want to get him back for that.
So there you have it. Joseph Parker's willing to fight Andy Ruiz as well, and I think it's a great fight. Again, I've just watched the first fight, and it was a very, very competitive fight between what I think are the two quickest guys in the top 50 of the heavyweight division. Easily the quickest two guys. Andy Ruiz possibly has a little bit faster hands in combinations, but he doesn't have the footwork that Joseph Parker has, so it kind of evens out. Both guys can bang, both guys are quick, both guys throw a lot of punches and bunches. I would love to see the fight again. Really would. So, let us know in the comments section below. Do you think a fight between Parker and Ruiz is possible sometime early next year maybe? Or maybe even mid-year? And is it a fight that you would like to see? Whether Andy Ruiz holds on to the belts or not doesn't really make any difference to me. It's a fight that I just want to see. But if Andy Ruiz does beat Anthony Joshua, do you think Parker deserves to get that shot? I guess it's going to depend somewhat on who he fights. We know he's fighting Alex Leopai on Sunday coming, so that's not an opponent to write home about. But if he wants to fight 2 more times this year, maybe he could get some good opponents under his belt prior to a possible Ruiz rematch next year. I guess that would make it more deserving, but we'll see what happens there. But if Andy Ruiz does hang on to the belts, it seems that he's willing to take Joseph Parker on as a voluntary. So kudos to him. If he does do that, good for him. There's not many guys in the top of the division that would pick Joseph Parker as a voluntary. You ask any of the top boxers on the planet, in the heavyweight division at least, what they think of Joseph Parker, and you'll get a pretty decent comment out of it. unless it's somebody like Dillian White, who once upon a time said Joseph Parker was rubbish, but he changed his mind after he fought him. He said he was a good fighter, so it is what it is. But yeah, looking forward to reading some of your comments and getting some conversation going. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up if you've enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you in the next one. Big Boys Boxing, we out. See you!